Hello, everybody. Welcome back. As requested earlier today, some people had asked that I would stream this evening and show them how I will stack for the Derby. Okay, so I'm on my main farm here and not seeing anyone as of yet, so I'll just kind of run a truck or two while I'm waiting for my guests to show up. I'm going to get that one out of my way here. Okay, going to continue on with this. Uh, Stacking for the Derby. First of all, this is a power Derby. Uh, Everyone does 8. Well, if you're in Champions League, you're going to do 18 tasks. So some people say, well, I won't have enough time to do 18 tasks. Well, I stack and I am ready for just about any task that comes along. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go to the pie machine. Do we have anything? Oh, pie oven is empty. So there is a task that takes pumpkin pies. Let me find that here on the chart. It will be 3 pumpkin pies. Well, we found the 4 carrot. Nice carrot cakes. Looking for the pumpkin pie task. Okay, here we are. The chili task. The chili task takes 3 pumpkin pies. So we're going to go ahead and load the 3 pumpkin pies in here. Okay, and then there is the picnic task that takes 3 feta pies. So we're going to load the 3 feta pies in here as well. Okay, now I have pies for 2 different tasks. Okay, so what happens if the task comes up first that has the feta pies in it, the picnic task? Well, that's fine. Just go ahead and put the pumpkin pies in your storage. And reason being is that we will be all ready to go again in case the pumpkin pies shows up after the feta pies. So this is how we start stacking for the Derby. Okay, now the other task for these other products for these 2 particular tasks is 3 white sweaters for the chili task. Let's go over and load up our 3 white sweaters. Whoa, I need some wool for that. Hello, Suze, how are you? You're the first one to come in. I'll go back to what I had started just so that you can see. First, I got to get some wool for this task. I did not realize I was out of wool. Bad, bad black sheep. Wonder why we don't have black sheep in the... I think each pen should have a black sheep in it. Hello, Renee, how are you? Okay, let's go back and I'll show you guys since you just now showed up. Okay, we have a task which is the, I gotta look it up, Chilli Task. Hold 1 second here. Sorry, I had to take time out to cough. Hello, Banana Boss. Okay, the chili task is 3 white sweaters and 7 hot cocoa and 3 pumpkin pies. I loaded my 3 pumpkin pies. Okay, so what happens if the chili task doesn't show up, but yet the picnic task, 3 apple juice, 4 carrot cakes, and 3 feta pies. What happens if that shows up? Well, we put in our 3 pumpkin pies, put in our 3 feta pies, and then we put in 3 more pumpkin pies. So go ahead, bump the pumpkin pies to your storage and take your feta pies. And once you have taken the feta pies, the pumpkin pies are going to be up next. I would load again with the feta pies. So you'll be all prepared for either one of the 2 derbies. Now I've loaded my, getting ready to put in my 3 white sweaters for this task. 1, 2, 3. and it calls for 7 hot cocoa. So we will do 7 hot cocoa. Uh, I'm not prepared, am I? I gotta have some cocoa for this. Not had a very good day today. I did the update on one of my iPads. Well, actually, I did on two, my newest iPads. I did the update on them, and something to do with the updates and the fact that I had been in another country with those two. I cannot connect to the Wi-Fi with those iPads now. I worked with Apple with them like all afternoon, and we still can't get them to connect to the Wi-Fi. And they think it had something to do with me crossing countries. And I didn't, the update showed up when I was in Finland and I didn't do it, which I'm kind of glad I didn't. But for some reason, now it's not processing correctly. So, okay, we did our, we're going to do our 7 hot cocoa now for this task. BB, what I am doing, I did half the stuff. Well, you're low level, so a lot of this would not apply to you. The lower levels, their tasks are much easier than what they are at the champions level, and of course, the level 135. Okay, now back to the one, the picnic task calls for 3 apple juice, so we'll load our 3 apple juice up. And I've tried to not load my machines today in preparation for loading. And it's also going to call for 4 carrot cakes. I have a chart of all these if anybody wants. Carrot cakes, 1, 2, 3. Did I say it was 4 carrot cakes? Yes. Okay, see, my carrot cakes are ready. Excuse me. Now, we loaded the pumpkin pies, we loaded the white sweaters, we loaded the hot cocoa for the chili task. Chili task comes up, we're prepared. Take that task, collect your goodies off of the machines, you're done with the task, just like that. And if you prepare and pre-stack for the Power Derby, it really helps you a great deal to finish the Derby in a record time. Okay, and we loaded the 4 carrot cakes. There's also one that calls for 5 of the red berry cakes. And let me see which task that is. I have the task loaded here. Well, hello, HK. How are you? Welcome back home. Gotta find the task that asks you finished 5th. Just think, get your hood members to all push harder. You can finish in the top 3 and get better rewards. That's our goal every week for the better ones. There's one that calls for the red cakes, and I'm not too sure what the name of that is. Here we go. The warm task calls for 5 red berry cakes. So we're going to load our 5 red berry cakes, and we need eggs. So we can find some eggs quickly out here. HK, I spent all afternoon with Apple trying to resolve the issues with my iPads. It did not work. So after I finish this short stream, I want to go over to my daughter's house and see if my iPads will work over there on her Wi-Fi. If that's the case, then we'll know it's an issue strictly with Apple. Really bums me up. Okay, we're going to load our 5 carrot cakes. If you should get this warm task, your carrot cakes will just go into storage. Collect your red berry cakes, turn right around, pop the carrot cakes back into the oven again so that they will be ready for the next time. Thank you, BB. I try to play with the strategy in mind. Makes the game more challenging as well. Okay, 3 vanilla ice cream is on that warm task. So let's load our 3 vanilla ice cream. Actually, the vanilla ice cream is the only one that's in these any of these derby tasks. So let's just fill up the machine, and we'll be prepared for any of the tasks that come along for the vanilla ice cream. Okay? And that task also calls for 5 cotton shirts. I hope I've got the cotton fabrics for the 5 cotton shirts. And I do. I have just enough cotton fabric for that. Okay. Now I've got 3 tasks loaded, guys. So if any of these tasks come along, and I'm not going to wait for them in order either. I'll go ahead and take the task and turn right around and reload my machines and be all ready for the next one. HK is in my neighborhood. Well, hello, Blossom dear. Belated happy birthday to you. I think you didn't see up far enough in the group chat, but I did wish you a happy birthday. HK can tell you that we strive every week to stay in the top 3. Hello, Diamonds. And pre-stack them for the Power Derby and being prepared for the Blossom Derby. The Blossom Derby last week, we finished it practically the first day. And usually with the Power Derby, we're usually finished by 2, maybe 3 days into it. Hello, Laura. How are you? Okay, so now we are stacked for 3 tasks, correct? One of my favorite tasks to do is the Chilli Task. So what do I do for the Chilli Task? It calls for 59 strawberries. We're going to fix that right now. We're going to get ready because it takes them 8 hours. And the Derby will be starting in 9 hours. So here goes my strawberries. My 59 strawberries. I'll go ahead and it'll be 60 when I get done planting them all. I have them divided in 20 plots for the convenience of task. Okay, we already got our vanilla ice cream loaded for this Chilli task. The other item it calls for is toffees. I hope we have enough ingredients. We do. Toffee is the only thing that it calls for. I have yet to see the candy apples as one of the tasks. It can happen though. I'm going to go ahead and fill the machine up with toffee. Okay, now what have I got? 4 tasks loaded, everybody? Don't forget to set up the 6 types of the townie task. The townies, it calls for 5 on the townies, 5 visitors. And for the train task, it calls for 13 visitors. So my town is loaded and ready to go for that. Okay, now we've covered the warm task, the chili task, the sweet task, and also the picnic task. There's also the market task, which calls for goat milk. You got to feed 51 animals. And it also, no, I'm sorry, the market task calls for 13 goat and 5 train town visitors. So it can be any of the train town. So it calls for 59 strawberries. Well, let's go ahead and let's be ready for those too. So any one of these tasks that come up, I'm ready. I'm not going to waste a lot of time with them. I'm just going to go in here and collect my goodies and close out that task. And here we go with this. Now I'm all prepared. I'm going to have too many strawberries in my inventory, so sometime before the Derby tomorrow, I will sell off some strawberries. Okay, that's the goat milk can only be collected for tomorrow, and I don't have Rose doing that, so I'm safe there. The Buddies task is 6 revives, 5 train town visitors, and feed the animals, 51 animals. Pets task is another one that you cannot stack for. Buddies task, pets task, you cannot pre-stack for those. Tough task, which is mining, 6 honey toasts, and 3 yogurt smoothies. Well, let's go ahead and set up for them. Honey toast. Out of honey. Well, that's delicious, isn't it? Great. I did not put any more honey in. I will come back and stack that one later. We'll have to move right along here. There would be my honey for that task. Okay, that task calls for 3 yogurt smoothies. We can get those stacked in there and be ready. And the next task I have on the list is, well, there's milk. The breakfast task is milk, eggs, and bacon. So those you have to collect that day. You can't pre-stack or anything for that. Just make sure you turn off rows if you have rows. The craft task calls for 17 wool, 3 raspberry candles, and we're going to be ready for that. There's also a task that calls for 3 strawberry candles. Let's just go ahead and put those in while we are here. The strawberry candles is a spa task. The craft task, 17 wool, 3 raspberry candles, and 64 pumpkins, which hopefully if I won't get that. If I get that, then I have to collect some strawberries and plant my pumpkins. But they only take 2.5 hours, so we're safe on that. The next task, the vegan task, which calls for 4 tofu hot dogs. Let's get them in there, be ready to go with them. 4 tofu hot dogs. And 3 chili popcorn. So you can stack for so many of these tasks in advance. And 4 tomato juice. Let's hope I get the one that calls for the apple juice first. If not, I'll do the same. Practice it the same way. Collect the apple juice, collect my tomato juice, and replant more apple juice. And I'm going to go ahead and replant. I'm going to go ahead and put in. I collected Lolita, I collected all of the information as we played the Derby task. Then I create my own chart for it all. Okay, now we're ready. We did the picnic task, the olive task, spa task we're working on right now. We need 4 olive oils for that. So we'll go ahead and put in our 4 olive oils. Now, I'll be very careful or not collect for any of these in my machines before the Derby tomorrow. And we did the 3 strawberry candles. The angler task is fish, 25 pounds, which you can only do at the time of the Derby. Hello, Megara. 6 blue woolly hats and 5 blackberry muffins. We can put in for the woolly hats. Well, let me go see if I can find some wool somewhere. I hope I can find wool. Not seeing any wool. Does anybody on my friends list want to sell me some wool real quick? I just collected from my... No, I don't want to send Tom. Do I want to send Tom? Yeah, I'll go ahead and send Tom for the wool. Anybody have any questions about how they can stack for this? Russell, I've already sent Tom after it. I didn't want to waste time on the list. I'm going through my friend's bar trying to find somebody that had it. So I'll just go ahead and wait for Tom. Okay, that's also calls for the 5 blackberry muffins. So we'll go ahead and put our blackberry muffins in. Okay, blackberry muffins are done. And let's see if he's back yet with my wool. Always go for the max, the 9 pieces. In case some of you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please don't hesitate to do so. And don't forget to click that little bell icon so that you'll get notifications. Come on, Tom, we're waiting for you. We're almost finished with all the basket tasks. While I'm waiting for Tom. Oh, HK, I just sent Tom. A little slow. Now I can't send Tom back. I'm hurrying, I'm running. Holy cow, I don't need that much. Trying to fill up my barn? Thank you very, very much. I'll give it back to you before the derby starts, maybe. Now we're going to put in our woolly hats. And was that 5 woolly hats, guys? You remember? 6 woolly hats. Okay, so there, how many tasks have we prepared for? At least 6 to 7 tasks, right? Okay, orders task, which you cannot do, which is 7 truck orders, 1 boat, 5 train, or 5 town visitors. The Cornucopia Task. Now, if you get that, it means you got to collect your strawberries. But it does call for 60 tomatoes, 63 potatoes, and 121 corn, which you can have that completed within 6 hours because it takes the tomatoes that long. Unless, of course, you have a booster. You cut that time in half, you got that booster. You were eating, I heard you say, so, aw, I'm sorry. Okay, then there's the day trip task, which is 25 pounds of fish, 7 truck orders, and 7 hot dogs. I don't think we're going to have room to stack in all them hot dogs after putting in the feta. But let's put in as many as we can. I don't think we're going to. I got to make some tomato sauce. I'll get some from another farm. Okay, the next task, the muscles task, which is 2 strong men. You can just make sure you have 2 strong men ready in your town. It calls for 5 bacon and eggs. We can go ahead and do that one, stack for that one. If we don't run eggs. I'm going to go collect my eggs. It takes a little bit of time, but we'll do that. I'm missing one here. I think today has been full of nothing but streams for everybody. Okay, now we're going to load for that bacon and eggs that's on the muscles strongman's task, or they call it muscles task. Takes the strongman to complete it, and it was 5 bacon and eggs. Okay, then the brunch task. Hello, Carlise, how are you? Oh, too many emojis, Carlise. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I need to turn that off. That's not like for people to talk in all caps. Okay, we're down to the brunch task, which is the last of the basket task. And it calls for 4 baked potatoes, so we can put those right in. Gotta have, okay, we got it, 4. Okay, there, I'm ready. Hi, Kay, how are you? And it calls for 4 green smoothies. That task, brunch task, also calls for the bacon and eggs. So see that machine's baked, and we got to put in our green smoothies over here. And that is 4 green smoothies. So we have our green smoothies. And I'll back it up here. I got 1 too many green smoothies, but for starting my other smoothie task. So see, practice a little strategy, and you can do this 18 tasks if you're in the Champions League. You can do them within 2 or 3 days as long as your tasks are being spawned for the high points or whatever points you want. We always go for the 320s. And the first day they're a little bit slower, but then they seem to pick up speed the second day. And we all usually get our tasks done very quickly. That's our strategy. That's how we've been finishing in first almost every week. And I'll show you guys our trophies. Whoop, that doesn't show the total numbers. Where do you see the? Oh, here. Here's the numbers. We have 61st place trophies. We have 24 second and 5 third. And that adds up to 99. And the hood is just 102 weeks old. So we've been doing top notch in all of our derbies. So it's not too bad. Did I say 99? It's 89. So 89 out of 101 is fantastic. Leo, Ricky will be streaming. And I was just doing a short, when I did my stream this morning on closing out the derbies, I told them if they wanted me to, I could come back and show them how I stack for the derby, my strategy. And they asked me to. And so here I am. And I'm going to be ending this very shortly. If anybody wants my chart, I'm on Discord. Just hunt me up over there and I will give you a copy of the chart. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end this. And like as I showed you, I'm stacked for and ready for just about anything. So come on, Derby, hit me with it. I can do it. We can deal with it all. Okay? So I don't think I have that set up or not, Leo, for Discord, because I don't have my own server over there. I'm just on Discord. Okay? If you guys have any questions or anything, you can hit me up on Discord or on Facebook Messenger. Okay? Alrighty. Thanks everybody for coming. Have a good evening. And Ricky will be streaming in about another half hour to an hour. It takes him a while to get set up sometimes. So see you guys all later. Thank you.